This is a 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum, and what's different about this Platinum is that it has the 3.5 liter Powerboost hybrid V6 that Ford started making in 2021. Today I'm going to be reviewing it and showing you everything there is to know about this F-150. All right, starting with the exterior of the F-150 Platinum, I just want to go over some of the things that come on the exterior of this compared to other trim levels of the F-150. Starting with the headlights, you do get LED headlights with an LED turn signal on the Platinum comes standard. You can get the LED turn signal on the Lariat, but that is an option. This grille is also exclusive to just the Platinum. Appears to have little floating chrome bits. They're just held in by black plastic, but I think it makes the grille look a little cooler and a little more luxurious. And of course you have the big Ford badge planted directly in the middle, which also has the front camera incorporated into it as well. If you move down to the bottom, you have chrome tow hooks and you have a chrome bumper. And moving on to the side of the F-150, you'll see, just like we have our Powerboost engine, we have a Powerboost badge down here, signifying that we are driving a hybrid F-150. Another cool thing is that if you go ahead and open the door, you have power retractable running boards, which are pretty cool and make it easier to get in and out of the car, though I think it is a little bit of a gimmick because in reality, this truck isn't that tall. If you see, I can just step up into it without having to use the running board at all. I think the power running boards are just a little bit of a gimmick. You also have chrome accents on the door handles and mirror caps and on the F-150 Platinum trim badge. Coming down here, you have these 20-inch chrome wheels, which are also good looking and bring out the more luxurious side of the F-150. All right, moving on to the rear of the F-150 Platinum. Unlike other trim levels of the F-150, on this you get a large plaque that says Platinum on it. And on top of that, you just get the F-150 badge down here and a Ford badge on the other side. Coming back here, you have trailer power, towing power for everything like that. You also have your trailer hitch. And if you press on this button right here, it is a power dropping rear tailgate. Also on the F-150s that you could get is the retractable steps as well, which come with the step that you can put up and the pole. That way you can step up on with ease. What's also cool about the tailgate of the F-150 is it has a ruler on the back just in case you're measuring anything for cutting. And to put this down, you just press that button, then you press the lever that says 2, push this in, lift this up and push in, and raise this up. Ford has allowed F-150 owners to use their truck to power other objects, and that's what these lights here are for, and all these power sockets here are for. You have 4 total house-style outlets, and then one up here you have a trailer-style outlet. And before I forget, the FX4 badge. This has the FX4 off-road package, so Ford puts this badge on the F-150 whenever you do spec that package. All right, moving on to the interior of the F-150 Platinum with the Powerboost engine. I will say that I have reviewed this car before in its Lariat form, and its interior wasn't too different from how this is laid out. Some of the materials have changed, the type of upholstery and leather has changed, but for the most part things have stayed the same. Let's start with the center control stack and then I'll move over into the driver's seat. The center control stack, you do have a massive 12-inch screen running Sync 4, Ford's new Sync operating system. That's an upgrade from Sync 3.4, which is in a lot of still Ford models. Below that you have your dual zone climate control settings. In this, since this is the Platinum, which you get basically about everything, you get heated steering wheel, heated seats, and cooled seats. Over here you also get a wall outlet, and then over here you have your trailer brake and your drive modes for 2-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and 4-wheel auto. And then you also have a drive mode selector. In the middle, you have the gear selector. This gear selector is new and is optional for 2021. If you get like the XLT, it doesn't standard come with this. You have to upgrade to it. What's cool about it is if you press this little silver button right here, it goes down. Some other cool things, the center console not only opens up this way, but if you fold this down, you can also turn it into kind of like a workbench area in the middle. You can fold it out and have this big flat work surface. What's also cool is with the Platinum have Platinum styled upholstery. You have a lot of leather, but in the middle you have a chrome badge that says Platinum with a nice Alcantara velvety feeling piece in the middle. And there's also this nice feeling textured, I believe it's just textured plastic going around the dashboard that feels really nice as well. As for storage over here, other than the center console, you do have your glove box, your lower glove box, and if you press this button right here to the right of the infotainment screen, you do have an upper glove box, which the door to this is covered in this nice wood texture and wood looking panel. The materials on the door are also nice as well. You do have a nice Alcantara feeling piece of trim right here, and then you have a leather top section and a leather armrest on the door as well. You also get a Bang & Olufsen sound system in this, which has a bunch of speakers. I believe it's a 14 speaker system. I'll put on the screen if I'm wrong or not about that. But with this, you also get a bunch of practicality as well. 4 cup holders up here, actually more than that, more like 6 cup holders up here for just the 2 front people to use. You also have a USB Type-C, USB Type-A, and wireless charging pad for your mobile phone in the area right here. And then what's cool about the Platinum is that you get this seat adjustment right here where you can actually move it out. So just to adjust how far you want your back sitting up, you just move it. If you pull it all the way out, it goes back in, but if you just move it out a bit, you know, it adjusts it so your upper back is faced up more, which is nice. All right, moving on to the driver's seat of the F-150. The steering wheel is the same. It just has a different look. It says Platinum on it this time. Also has that nice textured plastic surrounding it, and it has a nice feeling leather that wraps the steering wheel. Door panel on this side is just the same as the other one, a nice Alcantara and leather trimmed door. Over here, you do get your digital gauge cluster. This comes standard on the Lariat above. You get the digital gauge cluster standard. It's nice, it's very concise, and it tells you plenty of information that you'd want to know. I'll go ahead and start the car. All right, now with the car on, we can look at the digital gauge cluster. You have your digital gauges, of course, but then you have a bunch of settings you can also change through here. You also have a bunch of off-road features that you can look at as well, including your pitch and yaw angles, everything and power distribution for the 4-wheel drive system. You also can change some towing features on here, view your trip and fuel economy, your truck info such as tire pressure monitoring and other digital gauges, your navigation, phone, audio, and driver assistance settings through the gauge cluster alone. You also have instead of having a blue Ford badge, you have a platinum looking Ford badge, which is something they do exclusively for the Platinum trim. Here you also have a panoramic sunroof. I have it closed right now because it is sunny and very hot outside, so I do not want to open it and expose myself to the elements. All right, moving on to the rear seats of the F-150. I believe these seats are actually super comfortable for being back seats of a truck. Knee room is pretty good and headroom is good as well. I wish headroom was a little more, and I think the mechanism for the sunroof kind of lowers it a little, but that's fine. For practicality, back here you have storage in the back seats. Also leather on the door and Alcantara on the door with this wood looking trim here as well. You also get your Bang & Olufsen sound system back here. 2 climate vents back here with a 12-volt socket in the middle. And above that is the heated seat functions right here as well. Go below that, you have your wall outlet, and if you go to the left of that, you have a USB Type-A and a USB Type-C. And moving on to the engine of the F-150 Platinum Powerboost. This is a 3.5-liter twin-turbo hybrid EcoBoost V6. That's a mouthful, but this thing makes 430 horsepower and 570 pound-feet of torque. Alrighty, so driving the F-150 Platinum Powerboost. The more and more I drive electrified cars, the more and more I like them, and I think that's kind of the point. Now, I do think Ford made this the most powerful F-150 you could buy when it comes to horsepower and torque ratings because they're trying to push electrified vehicle. With the low down torque, due to the fact that this is a hybrid, it's pretty quick. Quicker than any F-150 I've ever driven. Off the line especially, and you don't even have to take it to red line to get it to go fast. It just does it really well. Now, as for tech, you know, I was surprised when I hopped in an XLT one of these, an XLT F-150, and it had adaptive cruise control and lane centering. It could drive itself on the highway. This thing has the exact same technology, drives itself on the highway, which just adds to the comfort level of this car. Sync 4, of course, is great. I love Sync 4. I love the Sync systems, but Sync 4 is definitely by far my favorite. Gauge cluster is good as well. Every piece of information you get on the gauge cluster is just presented to you in a very smart manner. Ford clearly was thinking when they designed the gauge cluster of this truck. Granted, if you get a XLT or lower, you still do get 2 analog dials with a relatively large center screen in the gauge cluster, but you still do get dials. Comfort. It's an F-150. It's big, it's wafty, the tires are large, the tire walls are large, the suspension's nice, the steering's super light, the seats are just cushy. I like this backrest thing that they have going on right here, very nice. I could drive one of these every day for the rest of my life. So that was the F-150 Platinum Powerboost. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did like it, go ahead and smash that like button. If you want to see more from us, go ahead and subscribe. I will link all of our other F-150 videos in the description below. and I will see you all in the next video.